right, so let's start by just doing a few gentle shoulder rolls back. And then let's settle those shoulders into a back and down position. Palms relaxed by our sides. Soft knees. We're going to do a little rock front and back. Find that nice neutral position. And stop there. I'm going to wiggle my toes. And now I'm going to do a gentle rock side to side. And again, coming back into that neutral position. Let's start focusing on our breath. Inhaling through our nose and exhaling through our nose. In with your body, see if there's anything that feels uncomfortable or tight. Focus your breath on that area. Say, okay, the area is going to my left knee. Or whatever it is that feels uncomfortable. Slowing our breathing down. Filling our lungs up more and emptying our lungs more with each breath. Feel your rib cage expand in all four directions. Relax our faces. Allow any cares or concerns to just melt off our body. Loose focus with your eyes, not really focusing on anything, just relaxed. And think about what it is you want to work on tonight. You want to work on balance, strength, stretching. Really listening to your body. If you're ready, let's bring our attention back to our mat. We're going to step with our toes towards the corner of the mat. First, we're just going to bring our arms up to our sides and down, focusing with that breath. Now go at your own speed. You don't have to go my speed. You don't have to go anybody else's in the class's speed. You go at your own speed tonight. And we're going to bring those arms up. And then bring those elbows down to the side. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. When you're ready, add a little knee bend. Hands are just neutral. I tend to find I want to spread my fingers on this one. Whatever feels comfortable. And one more. Good, and let's bring those hands down. And we're going to touch our pinkies together and inhale up. And bring them down if you want. Adding a hip and knee bend. Might need to turn your toes a little forward. those hands back to our sides. We're going to come back to mountain pose. Shoulders down to back. Good. And we're going to work on a chair. So we're warming up a little bit at a time. So let's inhale up. I'm going to bring my hands to heart center as I sit back into my chair. Inhale up. Also working on my abs here. I can feel them warming up right here. And go ahead as you warm up. Maybe a little bit of a back bend, kind of move up here on the top. Up to you. One more up. And bring those hands back down. Rest here for a moment. And let's press our toes into the mat and release. And press our toes into the mat and release. And one more time, press those toes, feel that motion all the way up our legs as we press those toes down and release. All right, we're gonna work on our forward fold. Now I'm not gonna go down all the way into my forward fold today because it's gonna bother my ear. So you go ahead and down with Rick. I'm just gonna bring mine to a nice 5 position. So inhale up and bending from the hips, slight bend in the knees, working your way down to your forward fold. So going a little further each time. Good job, Rick's reaching for his calf there, his shins, as he works his way down towards the mat. And you want your lower abdomen to touch your upper thigh. And on this one, we're going to get our hands all the way down to the mat. And we're going to step down into child's pose. So however you can comfortably get down into child's pose. Now, I'm going to leave my body upwards just a little bit so my ear is above my heart. So you guys can go all the way down into child's pose. I'm actually going to pull my arms back here. This feels great too, warming up my back. Let's breathe. And one more deep breath in and out. Good. And let's come up into tabletop when you're ready. And we're going to reach that heel back with a flexed foot and bring it in. And the other side. And if you care to, you can add the opposite arm. And it's a reach for the walls. And breathing in rhythm with your motion. Reaching for that wall. And finish up on your last side. You can also have a nice fist support here, so like this. All right, now I'm going to switch to fists to go with my other people who have wrist issues and need to strengthen their wrists. And we're going to cat and cow from here. So we're going to inhale and lift. And exhale, dropping it down into cow. Inhale. And exhale. Try not to let your neck and head fall in between your shoulders. Right here on the cow. Good. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And let's go down into child's pose. Right, and we're going to go into our little flow series here. We're going to do a modified plank, modified crocodile, back back to modified plank, back to child's pose. Now remember, I'm going to go here. You can also work a downward dog into this. So here we go, reaching out. Modified crocodile, back to modified plank, and back into child's pose. Inhale. Exhale down. And walk it back. Now the next one, if you want, downward dog. So inhale, exhale, inhale back into downward dog. And let's let those downward dog people pedal their feet for a moment there. Get that downward dog going. Good. A couple more pedals if you're in downward dog. Good, all right, and let's go back into modified plank. Modified crocodile. You can do full plank. You can go back to downward dog here. And you can do a full plank, full crocodile, up to you. One more, downward dog or child's pose. Last one, here we go. Good, let's go back in the tabletop. Hands back with our fists or with our palms on the floor. And we're gonna take a little peek over our shoulders, alternating sides, inhaling up the side of that body. The last one. Good, and let's walk, jump, or float back up to our mountain pose. Right. Hopefully we're feeling pretty warm now. We're gonna go ahead and do a little lateral flexion. You can support on your hip or you can bring your hand out, whatever you prefer. And let's get that air into that side of our body, nice soft knees. You can look up at that hand if you would like to work with some more balance and that's comfortable for you. And one more breath. And let's switch. And again, you can have your hand down if you prefer. I like to support on my hip. Relaxing those shoulders, those neck muscles. Good. And now we're going to reach behind. We're going to do our chest opener. Now, last week, we were able to do our forward fold into this. I'm not going to be able to do the forward fold. But here we go. We're lifting our hands up, opening that chest. And if you would like to soft knees and do a forward fold, here and get that gravity pulling on those arms, you can. Yep. Exactly. Now let those hands come up over higher. There you go. That's it. You got it. And breathing. Good. And carefully bringing it back up. Release. Back forward. Chest open. All right, we should be nice and warm now. So we're gonna go into our warrior series. We're gonna stand at the short end of our mat. Shoulders down and back. We're gonna step back with our right foot. Knee is over our ankle on the front. Now, hands can be heart center, out to the side or up. Wherever you would like to put those hands today, and let's find that breath. Shoulders are down and back. Hips are both facing forward. Hopefully that knee is over the ankle. One more big breath. Good. Let's turn that back foot out. So the toes are pointing to the long end of the mat. Knee is over our ankle. Find that neutral spot where our hips are. And then reaching for the opposite wall. And we can gaze out over that front arm. Reaching those hands apart. Gazing out over those fingertips. And as we exhale, you can sink a little bit lower. Soles of both feet completely on the mat. And a little lower if you can. And let's straighten that front leg, get a little break here. And bend it again. And we're gonna come into a slight side bend here. So I'm gonna not quite lock out that leg. Bend in it, and I'm reaching up and over again. Here you can be looking up at your hand. You can also slide it down. Good. Let's come back up. Let's go forward a little further, and let's get into our side angle. Yeah, reaching up to that ceiling, you can look up at that hand. Good. And let's bring it back up, forward two. And then we're going to step up or mountain. Take a breath here. Good. And here we go. Stepping back with our left foot this time, or whatever foot is opposite of the one you already did. Hands can be up, out to the side, heart center. You're facing forward. Trying to go a little lower with each exhalation. Good, and let's turn that back foot towards the long end of the mat. You might need to widen your stance here, depending on your flexibility. And reaching those arms out. You want to gaze out over those front fingers. And try to sink a little lower with each breath. Straighten that front leg. Take a little break, and then bend it down a little bit, and then bring it back into that reverse. So this is a side bend back. Look up that hand if you want, or you can. Good. Or straight ahead. Good. Let's bring it back up. For two, straighten that front leg, and then let's come back up to our mountain. Do one we haven't done a whole lot of before. So we're going to step back into a lunge. You're gonna have to pick how far back you want to go. You can stay here. I'm gonna drop my knee, which is the easier move for now. It's probably gonna be easier. And then I'm gonna lean forward, supporting not on my knee, but on my thigh. Hips are facing forward. So you're either here or you're here, okay? Now, you're gonna take your left leg is front, you're gonna take your right hand and put it next to your left leg. Now lengthening through your head, stretching your head out away from your body. You're gonna do a slight turn towards your knee. You can put your arm up if you would like, you don't have to. Tuck my toe under, and I'm going to lift that back foot up and reverse up. Back to mountain. Just step back with my left foot. That lunge. Drop my knee down. You can keep it up if you would like. This is a little easier. And I'm going to lean forward. Now I'm going to have to just walk my foot out to keep that knee over that ankle. Now, if your lower back doesn't like that, you can rest here. I'm going to put my left hand next to my right foot, and I'm going to open that up. Take that toe underneath and bring that left foot back onto my right foot and reverse and back. Good. All right, I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. We're going to take a stab at that old tree pose. I'm going to stand on the left foot. I'm going to bring my right knee out to the side, and then I'm going to bring my foot either up to my calf or above my knee. So I'm going to stay here. We're going to bring our hands to heart center. You're going to gaze at something out above, straight ahead, that's not moving. Up into a big wide V, shoulders down and relaxed. Trying to keep that lifted leg out to the side. And carefully bring those hands back down. And then you're very crooked at the moment. That's okay. Fix that in just a second. That other leg out to the side. And bringing that leg up. That foot so it rests below or above your knee. Shoulders down and back. Pick your spot to focus your vision on. Bring your hands up into a V. Start to feel yourself wiggle. Press your toes gently into the mat. And hands down. All right, we'll do a standing back bend. After the back bend. That's the word, we're going to go all the way back. We're going to support our fists on the upper part of our buttocks. And we're going to open those chests up. And your vision may go lightly up towards the ceiling. And then soften your knees, and to where it's comfortable, go ahead and push those hips a little bit forward with soft knees. And breathing here. And as you can, gently a little more. Get a slight back bend going. Only go to where it's comfortable for you. And your neck, you have to just hold your neck where it's comfortable. And let's bring it back up. And let's bring those arms up the side. And we're gonna do a forward fold, keeping in mind I can't forward fold right now. So you guys forward fold all the way down. And bring it on back. Good. And I'm going to bring it to the side. We've been working on our eagle pose. So I'm going to take my right foot and sitting down into my chair, I'm going to bring that right leg over my left leg. Now my toe is on the floor here. You really have to find that balance with that standing foot, hips facing forwards. Now I have my right arm, and my left arm is going to go underneath it. The hard part on this is keeping those hips facing forward. And again, looking out past your hands into the distance to find that spot where nothing's moving and you can focus your eyes on there. And you can lift that foot up, keeping those hips forward. Squeezing those thighs together. Good. And got my toe back down. Carefully unraveling my body. Good. Let's do a quick shoulder check here. And now sitting down into a chair, bringing my left leg over my right. And again, my toe is touching the floor there. And you have to sit down far enough to get your toe down. And then we're going to have our left arm, and our right arm is going to go above it. So our left arm, should be on top, and our left leg. And again, wrap that leg if you can. Good. Squeezing those thighs together, trying to square those hips to the front. Good. And carefully untangle yourselves. And let's come back to mountain pose. All right, we're going to move down to the floor now. And we're just going to get into our stretching. So I'm going to come down to my knees. You can do your arm stretch while you're still standing if that's more convenient and you like that better. So feel free to do it standing if you would like. So we're nice and warm. Really focusing on the stretch here. Focusing on our breath. Down and relax as we bring our arm across. Good. And then we're going to bring it all the way down to the floor. And you may need a cushion for your hips if you're not very flexible for your hips. A pillow or a cushion or the block if you're comfortable with the block. And we're going to sit up very tall. And we're just going to relax here. Trying to get an inner leg stretch all the way down. Let's relax those quads. And hinging from the hips. Nice neutral spine. exhalation, letting our bodies relax a little further. You may have to talk to those muscles in there and tell them to relax. You may feel some unevenness. One side may be tighter in a different place than the other side, and that's okay. Just breathe through it. Try to bring it a little further if you can. Shoulders are down and relaxed. Good. And let's bring those soles of our feet together. And again, you're just going to bring them to where it's comfortable for you. You can bring them in closer, but if that loses your neutral spine, then you need to let them go a little bit. So find that spot where you can keep a nice neutral spine, shoulders down and back. Breathing. As we exhale, let's try to sink a little lower. Think about those hip muscles. Think about relaxing them, letting them go. A little more. If you can feel them releasing. Good. Let's release our legs to the front. I'm going to bring one leg up, keeping both of my sits bones on the ground. And you can cross if you're used to doing this move this way and you're comfortable with it. You can do it that way. Down and back, sitting up really tall and then rotating. I'm using my leg as support, but I'm not necessarily pulling on my leg. Sitting up very tall. Bringing out those organs. Good. Let's switch. Bringing that other foot up. Again, sitting as tall as you can comfortably. Bringing that arm back. Sitting tall and then twisting. Good, and let's bring it all the way down to the mat. And we're going to bring our knees up to our chest, wrapping our arms around our lower knees. Relaxing those shoulders. Good. Let's let those legs come down. And you can stretch them all the way out, or you can bring your knees so they just relax against each other. Hands are down by our hips. Palms up. let's gently close our eyes. And let's check back in with our body and see what it has to tell us now. Relax our feet. Relax those ankles. Continuing to take deep breaths in, exhaling completely. Relax our knees. Relaxing our hips. Relaxing our abdominals and our lower back. Relaxing our chest. All those muscles along our spine that keep us standing up all day. Relaxing your fingers. Your wrists. Relaxing your elbows and all those muscles and ligaments that attach at that joint. Relaxing your shoulders. Relaxing your neck and your jaw. Now relax your beautiful face. Relax your scalp. You can stay on the floor as long as you want. Done. Roll onto your side and gently press yourself up.